Hey, it's a brand new day. Welcome to today's Rundown with Ramon. We have an amazing show in store for you. Our flagship topic of the day today is why every yes is not good for you. And it's okay to get some of the no sometimes because that could lead to the yes you want. And sometimes a yes is really a bad yes and you don't want it. We're going to talk about the NASA space launch yesterday. We're going to talk about Apple is having a birthday. It is 50 years old. And Nike's chief Elliott Hill, its current CEO, which started in 2024, only 2 years ago or so, is saying we're moving too slow. A virtual reality platform called a Rec Room just shut down. Want to talk a little bit about that. And Google researchers are flagging quantum threat to Bitcoin security. And a money management trumps or is over social media in a recent banking survey. My name is Ramon. This is today's Rundown with Ramon show. Glad you're here today. Reminding you that this episode is brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender Small Business Security Solutions, bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon. This episode is brought to you by Bitdefender Small Business Security Solutions. And I encourage you, we got a brand new series of events coming around across the country. GeniusTalksEvents.com, GeniusTalksEvents.com. And for those of you who are hearing some things that you like and you want to work with me, check me out at RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com, and let Ramon help you take your business to the next level. So with that, let's get our show started, get our show on the way. Good morning, Doris. Glad to see you here on the Rundown with Ramon show. Always glad to see your smiling, iconic figure here. Welcome to a brand new day as we get ready to start the Rundown with Ramon show. All right, so let's dive into it today. A new survey by Wells Fargo said the following: Americans' online priorities appears to be shifting, with 84% of adults willing to give up social media for a year, compared to 16% who would forego banking apps. So 84% of people would forego social media apps, and 16% would forego banking apps, which shows that your money, your wealth, your management, your finances absolutely is more important than social media, is reporting Axios, citing a new Wells Fargo survey. It found that 95% of respondents altered their money management habits at the end of 2025, with a growing number, by the way, focusing on savings and investments as financial uncertainty grew. Listen, people pay attention to what hits their pocketbooks, and there's 3 or 4 things that are very important in life: food, clothing, and shelter for this body, our human body that's here. But man, as you think beyond that, we gotta have money to live. We gotta have money. We gotta have food. If you mess with my kids or my family, those are the 3 things most important: our family, our food, and our finances. That's pretty much it. So I think this survey is showing the realities of when there's economic turmoil, people are like, maybe I need some TikTok and Facebook a little less, and maybe I need to be more financially astute. Because I know, for that matter, America, and I'm sure the countries, are in bad shape with our debt and more. So don't know if this can go on for another 250 years like we're doing it. That's a side note. Ding, 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 ding. Google researchers are flagging a quantum threat to Bitcoin security. Now, I don't really even know how to unpack this. This is way beyond my proverbial pay grade, but here's the bottom line. Bitcoin and other systems are secure because they have so many. When you think about security, it's mathematical probability. So I have a 10-digit PIN that I have to put in, a 10-digit number. It takes a long time for a human to guess that number. And then when you add computing power on that, that could take hours and hours, and so long it's not worth it. But when you add quantum computing, they can guess those numbers faster and break into what normally was more secure. Because security, it's kind of like a puzzle. It's crypto. That's why it's called crypto, if I'm about right here. So Bitcoin, people are putting millions and millions and millions of dollars into it because it's secure, how it works, because it's hard to get into it. But Google researchers, from what I understand, are saying, hey, with quantum computing coming along, man, this is easier to crack into. So what does this mean for our business, our small businesses? Not much. I just thought it was a cool headline to share with you about and talk about how the rise of the evolution of technologies like quantum computing is going to change the landscape of business. Ding, 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 ding. A new platform, or not a new platform, a platform that's been around since for years called Rec Room, virtual reality platform. I've never been so much into virtual reality. I think you have to have the goggles on and things of this nature. Virtual reality platform has 150 million users. That's a lot. 150 million users, and it's shutting down on June 1st. Once it was valued at $3.5 billion, and the Seattle startup is shutting down. And the leadership there said, hey, we've always had a time making money. So I don't know if it's because of AI or just because of other things, but this popular platform said, hey, we're having a hard time making money with virtual reality. Keep in mind, valuations and VC money and all that's a lot different than what the reality is of business. So Snapchat is investing or is buying some of their assets to bolster its virtual reality. But again, this is one of those things normally in the Rundown with Ramon show. It's all about tips and insights for small business owners. But this one today, I just wanted to pick a little eclectic headlines that I thought could be of interest to you that, hey, just because you're valuation, just because you're making money doesn't mean you're profitable. And so, hey, this $3.5 billion valuation company with 150 million users is shutting down. Say it ain't so. Ding, 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 ding. Nike, their chief, Elliott Hill, is kind of losing patience. This Nike CEO expressed his frustration to staff after the struggling activewear giant issued a weaker than expected outlook for the year ahead, Bloomberg reports, citing a recording of a Tuesday all-hands meeting. Here's what he's noted as saying, I'm so tired, and I know you are too, of talking about fixing this business. Though the company has made gains in its North American business, China's part of the business for Nike remains problematic. What does this mean, people? It's okay to be tired. Entrepreneurship is not easy. If Nike's CEO is tired and he's saying his team, his company's tired, this billion-dollar juggernaut, how about me and you building a $500,000 business, building a $200,000 business, trying to get over $100,000? It's not easy. Can I tell you a little secret? Can I tell you the truth, Nick? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. So I understand. I got notes in front of me, got this and that in front of me, bills in front of me. I'm tired. Hey, Donna, good morning. Good to have you here on the Rundown with Ramon show. So let's move on from that. Because I could go on about being tired. Two more topics of the day today, then we'll get to the flagship topic of the day about just because you've been told yes doesn't mean it's a good thing. Happy birthday, Apple. Apple is turning 50 as the AI era tests its grip on the tech sector. As Apple turns 50, questions remain about the company's ability to adapt in the era of artificial intelligence. I think the biggest question is what comes after the iPhone, said creative strategy CEO Ben Bajarin. Can you believe it? I was just texting with Ben Bajarin, told CNBC. According to Bloomberg's Mike Gurman, the answer is hardware and services, a sphere Apple has long dominated. And I wonder, this is the question, can Apple succeed? Can Apple still go on and not go deep into AI software? I believe that its CEO said that basically that we're not going to go be in the AI software game. That's not where we're going to have our strength. Our strength will be in hardware and will be the platform that enables our millions and millions of users to leverage AI best. That could work. I don't know if it has to be an AI juggernaut or go head to head directly with ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity and all the things. Don't know. But I have a feeling that Apple's a very smart company and they'll figure it out. 50 years old, that's a company that's done a little bit of this, a little bit of that in a big way. And I think they can be there for the next 50 years. They have a very beloved brand. And the hardware, right? That's kind of the most important thing right now that we all have in our hands are using the phone, the tablets, the earpieces, the earphones, and the tablets and computers and more. Apple leads in that. And yes, is there an era where it'll be different types of devices? I have a feeling that Apple's not sleeping on that. So Apple, happy 50th birthday. I think they're 50 years old this year. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Apple. Happy birthday to you. So we'll see. And hey, that's a lesson learned for all of us. Karen Isaacs, welcome. Glad you're here today. I've never woken up with Karen before. Karen and I get to wake up together. What's up, Karen? Glad you're here. Ayanna, the musical web, the most amazing pianist in the world. Ayanna, glad you're here today. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Marla, I love that. And Marla's asking a very great question. Self-care solutions. Yeah, Marla, you know what? I hear about that. That's quite a bit. We talk about that on BWC. Self-care is important, but still, Marla, sometimes the grind is tiring. All the self-care and eat well and jog and look at yourself and go to a spa or just sit and talk and get in the word and be with community and be with people. But still, sometimes it's tiring. Sometimes it's tiring. And there are seasons, hey, I would jump. Someone gave me a nice chunk of change a year, said, Ramon, we'll pay you a fair wage to come and work for us. And my wife says, nah, Ramon, you'd be miserable doing that. But sometimes you in the streets for a while, and you are tired of slogging and slogging and slogging and slogging and going and going. So yeah, I'm tired. But you're right, self-care helps, but that can only go so far. Marcus Black, glad you're here, brother. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon show. Marcus Black, glad you are here. Marla, I love it. See, Marla's challenging me on my show. We didn't come this far. So what do you all do to recover from burnout? So Marla, you're right. And go ahead. Okay, Marla, keep pressing it. Keep pressing the issue. You're right. And recover from burnout. I get it, Marla, but I'm going to lean into this even more, Marla. I'm still tired. You have to get what I mean. Meaning, let's say a war, Marla. Burnout is that you're moving forward and progressing, and the troops rest to keep going on and fight another day and the war's being won. But it's not quite a burnout solution if you've been fighting the war for 50 years, for 10 years, for 2 years, and there's no end in sight, and eventually you just need to surrender. You get what I'm saying? I mean, that's what surrender is for sometimes. So I hear you, recover from burnout, rest and all that. But sometimes, Marla, and we're all built different. And again, there's some people, let's remember that everybody does not win the war. Everybody does not. Most people may not. So what is the solution? Yes, sometimes you keep going because you win. You're that proverbial success story. Got it. But then oftentimes, is this not correct? Oftentimes, you got to put up and do a new road. This doesn't mean I'm dead, me personally. This doesn't mean my family's not going to eat. This doesn't mean my rent's not paid. But this may mean, yeah, you may see a press release next year or an announcement. Ramon went and got a job at Dell, and he was senior head of small business marketing at Dell, and they're paying me $350 a year. Hey, maybe. Now, do I love what I'm doing? Do I love the Rundown with Ramon? Do I love Genius Talks? Do we have progress? Do I have a sponsor called today? Yes, but, and maybe I'm being too vulnerable, but I'm still tired. Because I haven't arrived. The systems are not all built. Things are not all perfect. And they never will be perfect, of course. But sometimes you're in the season where you've been pushing the rock up the hill, and you are tired. And you don't need somebody to pat you on the back. You don't need lemonade. You don't need somebody to call, hey, brother, I'm checking in on you. All that's cute and nice. But still, there's certain things that we just need. You still need to get the check or get the money. In BWC sometimes, Breakfast with the Champions, an amazing community I love, but I often push back because I heard somebody yesterday say, oh, I'm not doing it for the money. Now, in her case, I know what she's doing. She works at a company, gets a check every 2 weeks, and so she can do a ton of things. I'm not doing it for the money. You get what I mean? Or people, hey, no. I'm on stage to inspire entrepreneurs. Hell with that. I'm not just flying out just to inspire entrepreneurs. I have a business to run. So, Marla, I appreciate that. Appreciate the pushback in a good way. How do I find yeah, there we go. The pushback in a good way. And keep it coming, Marla. Appreciate you. Marla has an amazing program helping amazing women reintegrate back into society and things of this nature. So thank you, Marla. I totally appreciate it. And I appreciate the pushback. It's real. And I appreciate that. And I need the encouragement. We all need encouragement. But as I read this thing, I forgot what I just read. What is it about the Nike CEO telling his employees, we're tired. Because it's not easy. Running a business is a constant rat race. And constant rat race means, yes, you grow. But there's often issues. Now, at some point, You may have everything set up where you're getting recurring revenue to your business, or recurring revenue. Let's say you're retired, especially, and you're set. You're 60 years old. That money's coming in until you die. You can go play. Honestly, there's a time for that. But until you get there, you always got to keep going. This Nike CEO, now he personally has money set aside probably. He's paid millions per year, so he's personally okay. So putting aside that, which is not my situation, putting aside that, he's CEO of Nike only in 2024. That means this dude is on the rat race every single day. He has to keep that stock price up. He has to worry about cash flow. He has to worry about revenue. He has to worry about where they're going. He's got to do it every day, or that bro is fired. So, yeah, what can I say? And pit to peak paradox. Yes. And what do you call it, Donald, when you are trying to still get to the peak? Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Love it, love it, love it. Marcus Black is chiming in here. And Marla, keep chiming in, Queen. Keep sharing it. You are stoking conversation. So thank you. Live on the Rundown with Ramon. Burnout is at my wit's end. Fatigue is fuel running low, and I'm feeling it. Yeah. Two probably kind of different things, burnout and fatigue and et cetera. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, these are interesting points, and I think it's interesting. But hey, listen, y'all got me out of the Rundown with Ramon to some kind of coaching mastermind call, and this show is not for that. This is the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, reminding you and encourage you all. Is your small business secure? You're worried about building your business. You're getting on TikTok and you're doing your reels. You're trying to get self-care done. You're building what you're doing. You're going on stage with Marcus Black. You're helping men elevate themselves and Remand with Donald and more, with all the people are doing. But is any of that secure and safe? Because if it's not, you're building it on air. So I encourage you to have complex fast passwords, have two-factor authentication. Make sure you think before you click. And also, check out my friends at BitDefender, bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon. Make sure you're installing their solutions on your computer, on your tablet, on your phone, and all your network areas to make sure your small business is safe and secure. And hey, listen, we have a brand new series of events coming out across the country, and for that matter, worldwide, slowly and surely building it. Genius Talks Events, geniustalksevents.com, an amazing experience, 3-hour experience for 20 entrepreneurs to help them get together and unlock their next genius, unlock their business, where you can get together, meet with amazing people, somebody who could change your life or somebody whose life you could change. Geniustalksevents.com. It's not for everyone, but it might just be for you. Geniustalksevents.com. And hey, those who are saying, Ramon, I'd love to work with you. Ramon, can you help me grow my business? Ramon, can you help me with my mindset? Ramon, can you help me with my sales? Ramon, can you help me with my marketing? Ramon, can you help me with my personal branding? Ramon, you've written 5 books. You've started 5 companies. You sold 3 companies. Ramon, you've done events. You've done live video. You've interviewed the president, and you've been on stages around the world. Ramon, can you help me grow my business and unlock some of that in me? Yes, I can. Check it out, RamonOfficeHours.com. It's free for a month, people. Those of you who are like, should I do it? Should I do it? I don't know. I can't help you. Those of you who are just waiting. There's nothing to wait for. It's free for a month. Easy sign up, no contract. RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. Let's keep moving here. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Anthony's saying I use Google and Microsoft Authenticator. That's helpful as well. And you should also use Bitdefender, the best of the best. Marla, you're welcome for the rundown. Love it, love it, love it. Come on now. Carl Gray said Bitdefender goes beyond that. Carl, boom, 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 boom. Love it, Carl. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay. Love it, love it. Anthony's chiming in. Anthony, always good to have you here. Realignment. Anthony, glad you're here today. All right, let's keep moving on. We got more to go on the show. Apple turns 50. Next topic of the day. I don't know who saw the launch of our astronauts going around to the moon and around it. They're not going to land on it, but I think 4 of them are going to go around the moon. It's going to take them, I think, 6 days to do that. I can't remember, something like that, to get there, and I guess another few days to come back. Can you believe that? Wow. Being in this capsule for 10 or so days together, where you eat, sleep, empty your body. What an experience. To be in space, gravitational, and all those kind of things. What an experience. But I just loved the launch. The focus on the launch, the planning, the detailed planning it takes for a launch. Wow, wow, wow. So, getting to the topic of the day today. By the way, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. And I wanted to touch on something today that sometimes it's okay to walk away. Sometimes what you think you want, sometimes the yes you really are going for is not what's best for you. And this is the headline here, an old story about Dave Chappelle, $50 million deal he had on the table with some Comedy Central or some company that he walked away from for a variety of reasons. And I wanted to unpack that a bit today, is that it's okay to walk away. It's okay to say no to an opportunity if it's not right for you. A few things I want to remind us of all today. One, not every opportunity is your assignment. Maybe it's okay for Marcus to do, not okay for me to do. Maybe it's okay for me to do, not okay for Donna to do. Maybe it's okay for Donna to do, not okay for Marla to do. Maybe it's okay for Ayanna and Karen to do, but not for Anthony to do. So number one, not every opportunity is your assignment. It may not be for you. Number two, understand that money can be a distraction from the truth. You may have money, things may be coming in, but inside your soul is weak. Inside you're not as healthy as you think. Inside, because the money's coming in, you're not paying attention to your wife or your daughter, your husband or your son or your family. So money can be a distraction sometimes. And Dave Chappelle being able to walk away from $50 million proves something, that money is powerful, yes, but it's not the ultimate arbitrator that we need. Number three, ask yourself, what really are you striving for? What are you trying to do? Is it fame? Is it money? Is it peace? Is it impact? And can I be open and tell you the truth? Everybody says many people says they're striving for impact. I'm not. I don't know if it makes me a bad person or evil. Now, I happen to have impact what I do. But can I tell you what makes me happiest once I right side the business side of this is exactly what I'm doing. 3 or 4 simple things. I want to wake up every single morning and do a live show. I love this, what I'm doing right here, the audience engagement. I could do it 3-4 hours a day, every day. I love it. That's one. Number two, I do love hosting and keynoting amazing events. I could do that all day long. Number two. Those are the 2 things I love doing. That's it. Now, building the business, paying taxes, dealing with documents, sending invoices, billing clients, thinking of the machine, thinking of the SOPs, hiring the right people, delegating all the staff, all that stuff, I do not like doing. It is exhausting. But I don't do it to make an impact per se, but I must say, I happen to make an impact through what I do. So I'm sorry. Just saying what it is. I mean, maybe that's stoking another conversation right there. But I know many people say outwardly, yeah, I'm on stage because I want to change the world. I want to impact 1,000 lives. I want to make the world a better place. I want to help people. I want to make children be healthy. Is it okay that I'm the doctor that is not doing it because I want children to be healthy, but I love travel and I love using my skills to see how the body works and how I can make the body healthier, but I'm not trying to impact. You know what I'm saying? Is that okay? Is that okay? I don't know. Nick's jumping in here. Nick says what? Fill the tank with what's necessary. Even when you feel drained, the goal remains the same. That alone is enough to be the driving force, even if you take a day to recover. For some people, Nick, that's what it is, and that's very nice. For some people, yes. But we're all different. We're all different, but I hear you, and I think that's great sound advice, Nick. I love that. Take a day and recover and keep moving on. Marcus Black, I love this. All money isn't good money for sure. Let's keep moving on. So number 13, you don't need to rush to your destiny. Understand this. I'm 53 years old, 53. And as I look back at my archive of things I was doing, some I had Marcus Black, I was putting in the BWC chat, EYA, and other things that we've done together. And I was looking back at memory lane, some things I've done. I was like, wow. In the season, I've done some pretty cool things, and there's more cool things ahead for me and ahead for you. But you don't need to rush to your destiny. Your purpose, your platforms come and go. Purpose sustains you. This is why money is not everything, but what drives you. And this is probably what I need more of. And the real question is, does this align with what you want to do? So Dave Chappelle was able to walk away from $50 million because, yes, we all need the money. Even people who say, I'm not doing it for the money. We all need money in somewhere. You cannot eat. You don't have a place to be. You don't have that fulfillment to give back to your family and more. You need money. So people who always say that oftentimes, I don't need the money. I don't know. I can't hang with those people. But I get maybe what they're trying to say. Fulfillment is important. And this is part of the reason why me, even though I'm tempted sometimes to do other things, why I keep doing this, because I love the independence. I love the freedom. I love being able to work with who I want, how I want, when I want, and make the offer of the products and services that I want. This show here today, sponsored by Bitdefender. This is the perfect example. I can do what I want, how I want working with amazing companies like Bitdefender who see fit to power and partner with me in this kind of show. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Marcus Black, embrace your ambition. Love being there with you, Marcus, on stage. Love it, love it, love it, love it. What's the internal authentic end game? Yes, Marla, that's a powerful question. And this is what you do, NLP and more, you and TM and others who are in this world. Yes, thank you, Doors gave me permission to say it's okay that I may say, I'm not here to change the world. I'm not here to impact the world. Meaning I'd say make an impact, so I like doing it. It's kind of, I'm feeling out even how to say this better because I just want to be careful I don't over-index and saying I'm waking up today to I don't even know what I'm trying to say today. You know what? I'm not even sure what I'm trying to get through. But I think hopefully somebody here knows what I'm trying to say, knows that I'm expressing very clumsily as I figure out more and more who I am, even at the age of 53 years old. Carl says this, I had a conversation with Dave during the time after he left Comedy Central. He warned me of questioning without a plan. He didn't know what his future was. I love that. There we go. Carl got to talk to Dave Chappelle. That's big ups, man. Kimberly, glad you're here today. Kimberly saying this, aligning my purpose with me, with what I enjoy has been exactly what I needed, has created balance for me. You're right. And I think that, Kimberly and everybody else, I think what it is this. Doing what you love is great. Let's say you love being a swim coach. But if you're a swim coach and you're not making the money you need for it, and your finances are upside down and life is yucky, then it makes being the swim coach very difficult. Or let's say you want to be a swim coach, but you're making money. It's great. Customers are coming in, but then you got a spouse who's pulling you down. That doesn't make that good. And my spouse is great. She's not. But you get my point? So I think there's sometimes that triple balance or trifecta where you could be or making all the money you want, but then you got serious health issues. That makes it not so great. So, hey, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. Tessie, glad you're here, Tessie. Thanks for being here on today's Rundown with Ramon. Denny, glad you're here, Denny. Appreciate you understanding Ramon Ray's language. Shout out to Marla. Thank you, Marla, for stoking the conversation and pulling it out of all of us. What this means, burnout, fatigue, and all these things are such important conversations to talk about. And Kimberly, glad I'm speaking to you today. Hey, everybody. This is the Rundown with Ramon show. We've gone for 26 minutes. This show is very simple, 20 to 30 minutes, kind of a little pep in your step, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. And now next week, by the way, will be a little different show. I'll be away for a week, so not sure if I'll be doing this show at 7 a.m. Because I'll be in the West Coast, so we'll see, do what I can. But if you don't see me here about 7 a.m. or so, that means the show's not there for the day. So it is what it is, but we'll see. Everybody, it's been a great day. Karen Isaacs is saying here, it takes time to know what you want to do. AI doesn't have a heart. The cream will rise to the top. Come on, let's go ahead, Karen. Woo, what a great show it's been. Be blessed, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. I just feel like sitting here all day sometimes. Not sitting here all day, but man, I could just sit here and enjoy the comments coming in. Man, maybe I'll do that for a bit and see what happens. Purpose-driven entrepreneurs. We can tout the purpose, but know that it takes money to be able to fill it. Carl, that's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I mean, Carl. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I mean. Anthony St. John is saying, or St. Jean, great show today, looking to participating more. Anthony, I would love to have you more and more, absolutely. You know, with that, I'm getting ready to go do a little bit of this, a little of that. I got some personal things to do at my church today, this morning, as we do a few special programs for Easter or whatever is happening on Sunday, Good Friday, or Lent Day. I can't remember. I don't know what they call these things. Anyways, so doing that today. Then I'm going to have some brunch or not a brunch, but I'll have a dinner with my wife today at Olive Garden. We love some Olive Garden. I'll do that today. And then, hey, those of you who are going to be at Human X, want to follow me, I'll be at Human X all next week, doing some things there. Upcoming up, I'll be hosting Scale with Stability in Arkansas with John Maxwell. So you want to check that out, Scale with Stability. I'll be hosting that event with John Maxwell, JC Height and his beautiful wife, and more. Then I'll be hosting Social Media Marketing World in Anaheim, California. And at the same time, me and Chris are putting together a whole series of programs for Genius Talks events. So you don't want to miss it out. That is brand new. We're seeing how it works, seeing how we can grow it, seeing how we can build the business. But it's a thing. So Genius Talks events, we're already talking to some sponsors. That's happening. And of course, told you, Ramon office hours. Those who want to work with me to get mentorship and coaching for your business and for your personal life, you want to check it out. You get 1 month for free. So there's really minimal risk. Check out RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com. And hey, launched just yesterday or just this morning, check out SummerSuccessSummit.com, SummerSuccessSummit.com. With that, I think I'm going to stop moving my mouth, and I think I'm going to head on to some other things. Appreciate y'all. Be blessed. Have an amazing day.